Welcome to the show, everybody. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that'll make you question everything you thought you knew. We're talking about aliens, UFOs, the whole damn shebang. From crashed spacecraft and mysterious lights in the sky, to close encounters and alleged abductions, we're covering it all. Buckle up, folks, because things are about to get weird. Alright, let's kick things off with the granddaddy of them all, the Roswell incident. Picture this. 1947, Roswell, New Mexico. A rancher finds strange debris scattered across his field. Naturally, the military swoops in, throws a tarp over everything and tells everyone it's just a weather balloon. But people are skeptical, man. The descriptions of the debris, the stories from witnesses who claim to have seen strange bodies. The Roswell incident sparked a wave of conspiracy theories and government cover-up allegations that continue to this day. Fast forward to 1997, Phoenix, Arizona. Thousands of people witness a series of strange lights hovering over the city. I'm talking about a massive V-shaped formation, spanning the entire horizon. These things hung around for hours, man. Witnesses described the lights as being enormous, some even saying they seemed to change shape and color. The government claimed it was just flares dropped by the military, but these lights didn't move like any flares I've ever seen. The Phoenix lights remain one of the most well-documented mass UFO sightings in history. Now let's head across the pond to good old England, a land rich in history and mystery. December 1980, Rendlesham Forest, near a U.S. Air Force base. This serene forest would soon become the epicenter of one of the most intriguing UFO sightings in history. A couple of security guards see strange lights in the forest. These weren't just any lights. They were unusual, almost otherworldly. They describe a metallic, glowing craft, triangular in shape, just sitting there among the trees. It was unlike anything they had ever seen before. One of the guards, a guy named Jim Peniston, even claims to have touched the damn thing. He later reported strange symbols etched into its surface. Over the next few days there were multiple sightings of these lights and even some alleged communication between the UFO and the military personnel. The mystery deepened with each encounter. The Rendlesham Forest incident, also known as Britain's Roswell, is one of the most compelling UFO cases out there. It has sparked endless debates and investigations. You've got credible witnesses, military personnel, even some strange readings on their equipment. The evidence is hard to ignore, making this case a cornerstone in UFO lore. Chapter 4. The Battle of Los Angeles. Let's rewind the clock to 1942, the height of World War II, Los Angeles, California. It's the dead of night, and suddenly, air raid sirens are blaring. The target? A mysterious object described as being a large circular craft moving slowly over the city. The military unloads on this thing, firing over 1,400 rounds of ammunition. The official explanation? A weather balloon. The Battle of Los Angeles remains a mystery to this day. Chapter 5. The Travis Walton Abduction, 1975, Arizona. A year that would forever change the lives of a group of loggers and spark one of the most debated UFO encounters in history. A logger named Travis Walton and his crew are driving home from work when they spot a strange light in the sky. The light was unlike anything they had ever seen before, pulsating and hovering in an eerie manner. Naturally, they pull over to check it out, curiosity getting the better of them. As they get closer, they realize it's not just any light. It was something otherworldly, something they couldn't quite comprehend. Walton gets out of the truck to get a better look, driven by an inexplicable urge to understand what he was seeing. Suddenly, a beam of light shoots out from the craft and zaps him, sending him flying backward. The force was so strong it left his friends in utter shock. His buddies, understandably freaked out, hightail it out of there, fearing for their own lives. 5 days later, Walton reappears, dazed and confused, with a wild story about being abducted by alien beings. His return only deepened the mystery. The Travis Walton abduction is one of the most well-known and controversial alien abduction cases in history. It has been the subject of numerous investigations, books, and even a movie, keeping the debate alive to this day. Chapter 6. The Betty and Barney Hill Abduction, 1961, New Hampshire. A couple, Betty and Barney Hill, are driving home from a vacation when they spot a strange light in the sky. The light is unusual, not like any star or aircraft they had ever seen before. It seems to be following them, getting closer and closer. The couple grows increasingly anxious as the light approaches. They eventually pull over to get a better look. Stepping out of the car, they are both mesmerized and terrified by the bright light hovering above. The next thing they remember is driving down the road, miles from where they were before, with no recollection of what just happened. They feel disoriented and confused. Under hypnosis, they both recalled being abducted by alien beings and subjected to medical examinations. These sessions revealed detailed and consistent accounts of their experience. The Betty and Barney Hill abduction is one of the first and most influential alien abduction cases. It has inspired countless books, movies, and discussions about the possibility of extraterrestrial life. Chapter 7. Hold on to your hats, folks, because this one's a doozy. 1955, Kentucky. A group of friends and family are hanging out at a farmhouse when they see a strange object land in a nearby field. Curious, they grab their guns and head out to investigate. They describe small, goblin-like creatures with large heads and glowing eyes. These things weren't friendly either. The Kelly-Hopkinsville encounter, also known as the Goblin Case, is one of the most bizarre and terrifying alien encounters on record. Chapter 8. Let's head down under for this next one. 1966, Westall, Australia. A group of students and teachers witness a strange object descend into a nearby field. This thing hung around for a good 15 minutes before silently shooting off into the sky. Over 200 people witnessed the event, including students, teachers, and even some nearby residents. The witnesses described the object as being perfectly circular with a slight dome on top. The Westall UFO encounter is one of the most well-documented UFO sightings in Australian history. Chapter 9. Let's head back to the US for this next one. 1964, Socorro, New Mexico. A police officer named Lonnie Zamora is chasing a speeding car when he sees a strange object land in a field. He describes it as being an oval-shaped craft, metallic and smooth with two figures standing next to it. The Lonnie Zamora incident is unique because of the witness's credibility. Chapter 10. The Tehran UFO Incident. 1976, Tehran, Iran, 2F4. Phantom jets are scrambled to intercept an unknown object on radar. As they approach, the object begins to act erratically, changing speed and altitude rapidly. One of the pilots tries to lock onto the object with his missiles, but his weapon systems malfunction. The Tehran UFO incident is intriguing because it involved multiple witnesses, including experienced military pilots. Chapter 11. The Shag Harbor Incident. 1967, Shag Harbor, Nova Scotia. Witnesses observe a low-flying object crash into the water just offshore. A rescue effort is launched, but no wreckage is ever found. The Shag Harbor incident is one of the few UFO cases where there is official documentation of a government investigation. Chapter 12. The Pascagoula Abduction. 1973, Pascagoula, Mississippi. Two shipyard workers, Charles Hickson and Calvin Parker, are fishing on a pier when they claim to have been abducted by strange creatures. They describe being taken aboard a craft by beings with gray skin, large eyes, and claw-like hands. The Pascagoula abduction is notable for the detailed accounts given by the witnesses. Chapter 13. 1980, Texas. Betty Cash, Vicki Landrum, and Vicki's grandson Colby encounter a large diamond-shaped object hovering over the road, emitting intense heat. The Cash-Landrum incident is one of the few UFO cases where the alleged victim sought medical treatment for injuries allegedly sustained during the encounter. Chapter 14, 1979, Minnesota. Deputy Sheriff Val Johnson is on patrol when he encounters a strange light while driving. The Val Johnson incident is unique because it involves a law enforcement officer and has been the subject of official investigations. Chapter 15, 1967, Falcon Lake, Manitoba. Stefan Michalak, a prospector, encounters two cigar-shaped objects. One of the objects lands nearby and Michalak approaches it, burning himself on the craft's hot metal. The Falcon Lake incident is notable for the physical evidence allegedly collected at the site. Chapter 16, The Socorro UFO Incident. 1964, Police Sergeant Lonnie Zamora is on patrol when he sees a strange object land in a gully. He approaches the object thinking it's a car accident. The object then takes off with a roar, leaving behind physical evidence in the form of scorched earth and landing marks. The Socorro UFO incident is considered a landmark case due to the credibility of the witness. Chapter 17, The Lubbock Lights. 1951, multiple witnesses report seeing unusual lights in the sky over Lubbock, Texas. These things were moving fast, changing direction rapidly, and forming strange patterns. The Lubbock Lights became a national sensation, with many speculating about their origin. Let's head to the Pacific Northwest. 1947, Maury Island, Washington. Harold Dahl, a harbor patrolman, claims to have seen 6 donut-shaped objects hovering over his boat. The Maury Island incident is often cited as one of the earliest UFO events in the United States. Let's finish strong with a classic case. 1965, Kecksburg, Pennsylvania. Witnesses report seeing a large, acorn-shaped object streak across the sky before crashing into the woods. The military quickly arrives on the scene, cordoning off the area and removing the object. The Kecksburg UFO incident is considered one of the most compelling UFO crash retrieval cases. We're wrapping things up with a chilling tale. 1976, Allagash Waterway, Maine. 4 friends on a camping trip have a terrifying encounter with a UFO. The Allagash abductions are notable for the consistency of the witnesses' stories, even under hypnosis. Well folks, there you have it. 20 of the most mind-blowing alien incidents ever recorded. We've traveled from the deserts of New Mexico to the forests of England, from the skies over Phoenix to the waters off Nova Scotia. Whether you're a die-hard believer or a skeptical observer, you can't deny the enduring fascination with the unknown. Thanks for joining us on this journey through some of the most fascinating alien incidents on Earth. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more intriguing content. Keep those eyes on the skies, folks.